Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today that's absolutely crazy. And we're going to talk about eviction moratoriums and how they're back, which is unbelievable. So I walked through this new construction site, and you can look at the model of these $2 million houses. Isn't that nice? Look at that. That's $2 million, and you get me walking by with a camera. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, please. Support our sponsor, Chuck Norris, and I will get into it right away. During COVID, they got rid of evictions. There was a national moratorium. Started in May of 2020, and then in August of 2021, it got phased out. Now, some cities and some counties kept it. Los Angeles City kept those eviction moratoriums. Finally, they went away. Okay, now I'm going to say this up front. I don't know why anybody would want to be a landlord. I don't understand it. I don't know why you would risk your investment, risk your property, and risk your life savings on owning something that you can't throw somebody out of. Now think about this. The city of Los Angeles just voted late this week that you cannot evict somebody for a remodel. Now, one thing that's been standard here in California is, hey, listen, I'm going to move into the unit. I own the property. I'm going to move back in the unit. I'm going to give you a 60-day, notice to vacate. So you got to leave. You got 2 months to get out of the property, which is great. It's fair. It's plenty of time, and you're going to move into the unit. Or I'm going to do a major remodel to the unit. And by doing a major remodel, structural, electrical, major plumbing, major, HVAC, stuff like that, okay? With that being said, they got rid of that. They got rid of the remodel rule for evictions. So you can't kick somebody out for a remodel. That is crazy, guys. Think about this. You can have somebody in the unit, and if it needs structural changes, you can't do it. Now, they've given them 6 months moratorium on this, which, guys, here's the worst part about this, is that if you are in the eviction process, you can claim this. Hey, they told us they were going to remodel the place, even though we haven't been paying rent for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Nope. Guys, no, this is not what this was designed for. Now, I understand people are having a difficult time, and there are challenges out there in the marketplace. We talk about it every day, and talk about jobs, talk about money, talk about everything that could possibly go wrong. With that being said, this is unbelievable, guys, that they're not going to throw people out for this. Now, the city of Los Angeles got rid of emergency evictions where there's an urgency. Now, what's that? Well, let's say that there's, a tree fell in the house, and you can't evict somebody for that. Now you have to relocate the person. Okay? That's fine. Well, how about this? With the major structural changes to the house, if you're going to do major structural changes to the house or the property, the apartment, whatever it is, you have to relocate the tenant now at your expense. Hello. I mean, what is it? Who pays for this stuff? Once again, I'm going to get comments and letters and emails where people are going to tell me that what you have is landlords are scum. All they do is rip people off. They're terrible, and they're going to, they deserve this. They deserve to have the houses sit there, have to be maintained at their expense, and not be able to evict these people. Unbelievable. What's the problem with this is you can say that's wackadoo California. You mark my words. This is how you combat an administration you don't like, is you do things like this. So park around some new construction. You got existing houses there. It's just nice. But again, guys, what do you think about this? Isn't that wild to think about? Oh my gosh. So can't kick these people out. You're going to see major problems with real estate. All we've talked about lately is how rents are through the roof, and people are upset about this, and how, just the landlords deserve this. I'm telling you, I spoke to a landlord this morning who told me people don't realize the expense that we have. If you have existing rent and you've got a rent controlled situation, oh man, mamma mia, you cannot kick these people out at all. And the problem with LA is what happens in LA spreads like a cancer. So a lot of people are, not going to have to move. Some guy brought his dog out. It's kind of nice. Just a beautiful spot. I love stuff like this. I'd bring Rosie out here in a second. This place is great. So, what do you guys think about this? I'm floored, blown away, and what you're going to see is you're going to see more and more of this happen around the country. And again, people are already in the eviction process. They're about to get thrown out. Here in California, they doubled the time from 5 days in response to 10 days in the response. So with that being said, it's just getting, it's getting more and more favorable to the tenant and the stupid landlords. Why should you, be given anything? So they're going to make it so that it's going to be more and more difficult to kick people out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Couple other things. There's a great map. 44 housing markets where inventory is spiked. Now, I could bore you with the list of the top 5 or anything like that, but read the story below, because this is what blows me away, is that people sit there and talk about how, oh, real estate's selling so fast in my neighborhood. They can't keep houses on the market long enough. These guys have those ball launchers that it's a plastic stick with a like a handle on it, and you whip it, and the dogs can take off running. But this is a cool spot. It's a great place to bring your dog. It's awesome. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. This is great. So 44 markets where inventory is spiked. That's a big deal, guys. Let me know what you think about this so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is in his mid-80s, and he's in fantastic shape. He attributes his current shape to 3 things that he did in his life. And it's made it so that he can work out longer, he can play with his grandkids longer, and in his mid-80s, he's got all the stamina that he's always wanted to have. And if you go to chuckdefense.com/Dan, use the link below. Check out a video that they made explaining what he's done, but it's 3 simple things that have made a difference in his life. And he says he feels like he did when he was in his 50s. And his wife even says she's done this and she feels 10 years younger too. So take a look at this today. We look at, joint pain, bloating, things in our diet that we think are just part of aging, and they're not. And Chuck Norris is a perfect example of this. If you make these changes, they can make a huge difference in your life. Go to chuckdefense.com/Dan. Again, use the link below to get this information. Check it out today. And so many of you have done it in the past. I'm glad he's back. Take a look at Chuck Norris today. One thing that was sent to me that is pretty fascinating when it comes to energy was the problem that they have in Pennsylvania that's affecting so many people. And one thing that Governor Shapiro has done is he has talked about his green energy plan and how shutting these power plants down has made it so that it's going to flourish with their green energy program. Only problem is that with the existing structure of the electrical grid, they are so short with what they need in the next 10 years, and that you would have to build 20 electrical power plants right now to keep up with the demand that they have right now. Isn't that wild to think about, guys? I mean, it's unbelievable. And what's being done about this? Nothing. They want everybody to have an electric car. They want to have electric buses. They want to have electric delivery drivers. I mean, electric, and they don't have the power grid for this. But this story came out of Delaware, and I had no idea, living in California, how much power was generated by Pennsylvania. These are the type of things, guys, that are going to carry, serious repercussions down the road, because they have an 80,000 megawatt shortage in the next 10 years. And when I was in the solar industry for my brief solar career with Solar City, I was floored because they would say things and do things and just talk about, hey, we're helping everybody, which is fine. It's great to help people. But when you have, product that has a 10-year life and you give a 20-year warranty to it, or something that is going to break in about 5 to 8 years and you're telling people it's going to last 10 to 20 years is ridiculous. And people would sign 20-year leases on these. And I'd be like, guys, how is this going to work? How is this going to work? And again, this green energy thing, this is going to catch up to us. It's going to catch up to Pennsylvania in short order. So it's going to be interesting. Tell me if you guys anybody live in Pennsylvania and you guys think that the energy situation is a mess? All those people in that state is promised that the prices are going to go down, and they've not gone down. We have talked over and over and over again about how expensive energy prices are and how they've just gone up over the last 3 years. Doesn't matter where you're at in the world. In the UK, we talked about this a little over a year and a half ago. We had all these pubs that would have a 1,500 pound electric bill, and then all of a sudden it would be 8,000 pound electric bill. It's like 12 grand a month in your electricity costs, and they sell beer and ale and nothing. You know what I mean? And they're supposed to sit there and get through this, and they couldn't. And once again, oh, it's not like the landlord situation. Oh, yeah, they'll figure it out. No, they'll figure it out by going out of business. When you look at all the layoffs and the restaurants and everything that's shut down, the ongoing expenses, and that's what the landlord told me today, is he was like, people just have no idea what it costs us. And you can't sit there and go, wow, our electrical bill went up $2,000 a month. Let me raise the rents by $50. You can't do that. And here in California, you've got a new law that if you rent someplace, if you rent for $3,000 a month, you can't raise it to $4,000. You can raise it 10%, and that's it. And people can say, well, you can kick people out and reset the rent. You can't kick them out now. So let me know what you think about this stuff. But has anybody experienced the energy spike? Because I'm telling you, I was blown away when I got rid of one unit that I had. I had a credit with the power company, and it disappeared over the course of 60 days. I'm like, where did it go? Well, the price is, you're using more energy. I'm not in the unit. The unit's vacant, basically. And you're telling me how much more I used? No, but the prices had gone up. They've gone up 12%, sir. Yeah, in dog math. So it was 12 times 7 times 8 times, it had doubled in price. So let me know what you think so far, because I could rant about this for an hour and a half. I've had a lot of people write me and say, hey, what's going on with Doge? And can you update us on if people are taking buyouts and what the numbers are? Well, here's one that I just got sent to me. And that was the Department of Education, ran by Linda McMahon, who was the former SBA chair and, ran WWE with her husband, Vince. They offered $25,000 for each employee to step down. They had 300 people take that already. That's $7.5 million in savings. Now, guys, they're going to pay that out, and it's going to save a substantial amount of money in the long run. It was very, very cool that that stuff like this is being done. Now, speaking of the SBA, what's her first name? Loeffler, who's our new SBA chair. She is talking about how you're having people that were getting SBA loans. Kelly Loeffler. Kelly steps down, and Kelly says that they're going through all the SBA financing. Think about this, guys. You've got all the SBA financing, and they've got people that are illegal that are getting this money. Look at the doggies out here running in the park. But so they're starting to go through that and say, wait a second, how did these illegals get it? You guys ever tried to get an SBA loan? Now, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, because what you have is they scrutinize a regular loan very, very much. And, oh my gosh. Here's the other thing. Doge. Dr. Marvin, thank you for this one, because this is just brilliant. And I even thanked him on the site. There's a great story below talking about how Doge is doing, basically an audit on existing PPP and EIDL loans. How about this? There are thousands of people that got loans that are 115 years old. Hello. Now, You can sit there and say the SBA numbers were shenanigans and it was totally fake and totally made up. Okay, great, great, maybe. But what you have is you have EIDL and PPP loans where people were 115 years old borrowing that money. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. There was such a tremendous amount of fraud when it came to PPP loans, and I'm telling you this right now. People are getting arrested for this. People are going to jail for this. If you or anybody you've been involved with, you work for anybody that's done this, you had your hand in any of those signatures, you could face serious jail time right now. And you need to seriously look at this because they're going through all this stuff right now. 4 years ago, COVID, shenanigans, done. I'm home free. You seen my Porsche? It's nice. No, guys. No. I'm gonna go buy one of those Shelbys you showed us the other day. Okay, come on, guys. 115 years old. When do you get upset over this stuff? I went to the UFC slap fight in Las Vegas. I took my daughter so she could film it for her stuff, and that's what this. Let me show you what this is. I'll show you one shot of this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, anyways, I had a guy with purple hair. Dan, Doja's fake. Come on, let me come on camera with me. No way, man. No way. But Doja's fake. All those numbers are fake. Elon's not even doing that. It's all fake. Okay. PPP loans, guys. Great site, Dr. Marvin. Thank you so much. Home run, because you can't argue with this stuff. But if you don't think that they're going to come after you for this money, guys, get ready. Get ready. I'm going to finish this video with these last few things. First of all, we have a private channel called iAllegedly Live, which I'm incredibly proud of, and it's uncensored, and there's been some great content on there. And you sign up at iAllegedly.tv. It's absolutely fantastic. iAllegedly.tv. Put that in your web browser, and you can find it. For those of you that were on the winning list and you did not, send us your address, or some people that got things returned, we had envelopes returned and incorrect address, no such name, things like that. We reached out to all these people and check your spam filter, check your email, make sure if you were supposed to get a prize and you didn't, make sure you're on that list, because one person already reached out and said, Dan, I don't know what happened. Here's my correct address. And his apartment number was not included, so they returned it. Simple. Last few things, Delta Airlines showing us the future of air travel and their crazy new plane that looks futuristic. It looks Jetson type thing. So take a look at that. Stories below. Final story that Dr. Marvin sent me was retirement regrets that people had. And even if you're not a retirement age, you should be prepared for this, because people, they did a survey and people's biggest regret was that they had too much credit card debt. And, only 2% of the people said, hey, I wish I didn't save so much money, which is kind of funny. Hey, I just saved way too much. I should have spent this. I should have bought one of those Shelbys, Dan. Anyways, the biggest concern, and why I'm bringing this up to you, is 6% of the people out there said that their Social Security is garnished because of student loan debt. Guys, you're in your 60s and you have student loan debt. There's a problem. There is a major problem. There's a major problem with student loan debt to begin with. And I always tell people, don't take out a student loan if you don't have to. And never borrow money unless it's going to further your business career. I read a great article about how PayPal said the majority of the people that borrow money use it for expansion. Well, when you borrow money from PayPal, and I've done that, what's the use of the money for? And you have to give them a detailed explanation. And I have never been denied when I've done that with PayPal. But one thing that I got a kick out of was I've had friends say, hey, none of their business. I'm going to use it for marketing. Oh, okay. Well, guess what? Denied. How about you give them 4 or 5 sentences of what the money's going to be used for? Oh, okay. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. You guys always check out our sponsors. They're great people. And if you've noticed, we have half the commercials to make you guys happy. You want to email me, hello@iallegedly.com. I love the content. I appreciate each and every one of you. There's so many cool things happening. Man, oh man, it's just very, very exciting. I'll see you very soon.